Well, some of the family members of those 10 victims speaking out today, and not just about the person who murdered their loved ones. Many of them also sounding off about racism in America and how this incident, they say, should serve as a catalyst for change. I spoke with some of them about whether they plan to address the shooter in court.
He tried to kill my kid. We haven't had the opportunity to look him in his eyes. And that's important for me.
Zanetta Everhart's son, Zaire Goodman, was shot at Tops on 5/14 but survived. Everhart and other family members of the victims will have the chance to address the shooter for the first time in court before sentencing.
Zaire is a survivor, but this is something that he will live with the rest of his life.
Forever. This doesn't just go away. Like I said, Zaire's in therapy once a week.
My thing is to be able to look him in the eyes.
Pamela Pritchett's mother, Pearl Young, was one of 10 murdered in the attack. She, too, says she plans to address the shooter in court.
I think about that he must have looked at my mother and seen her just as a black person and unworthy. So I want to look him in the eyes. I want him to see me, and not just because I'm a black person, but I want him to see me and for him to know that he has caused so much pain to so many people that we did not deserve.
Family members say part of making sure justice is served includes holding social media platforms accountable. The attack was live streamed on Twitch for nearly 2 minutes before it was taken down.
We have to acknowledge that there were thousands of thousands who were watching this on Twitch. We have to acknowledge that in America, there are people that took joy out of seeing him kill people.
How do you hold these social media accounts accountable?
We have a team right now that is looking into all of the social media accounts that facilitated this kind of language, that propagated this kind of hate, that encouraged him actually to perform what he did, instructed him, and in some instances outright helped him. There are studies that are out now that the most influential communication that occurs is that from social media.
Mark Talley, the son of top shooting victim Geraldine Talley, says he doesn't plan on giving a statement in court, but he does have one wish.
So I want him for the rest of his life to constantly have to think his life is in danger. I want him to have to live with that fear. I want that fear to eat him up inside. Because that's the same fear that my mother went through. She was the last victim. I saw the video when it first started leaking, and I saw the 2 shots going into the side of her head. So I want him to feel the fear that my mother felt.
And as for holding social media accounts available, attorneys telling me they are planning on filing lawsuits, but that is a lengthy process, and of course one we will continue to follow for you.